good one for y'all today, y'all. We going to Frankfort. I'm glad I got this new job, because now I get to do everything different. Go in neighborhoods, do this thing right this time by talking about the whole city on different days, and then going in the neighborhoods so people can see that I'm the real deal. In every neighborhood, y'all can see how people love and respect me. It's like seeing a ghost when you see me. A living legend. Watch. Just gotta show it to y'all. But if you know, you know. Will I make a yearning for riches? I can't fake it. Bulgari like Paris, Da Vinci bags, cushion gas, Cartier Movado, Cherokees and presidential cottages. On the real, jealous niggas be feeling still. Gotta make a meal for penthouses on top of the hill. What the fuck I wonder if rebellion will lead to struggle. Salute the red brick. Salute the 1600. Salute the Sugar Hill. Salute to the Buckshot. Tacawana Street, Ditman Street, Marbury and Orthodox. Harrison Street, Fillmore Street, Fillmore Place, the new projects, Whitehall projects, Red Brick, Hardin Junior High School, Stern Elementary, Marshall, Smetley, up the way and down the way. If you know, you know. If you know Frankfort, you know what I'm talking about. Penn Street, stand up. Woo, Grissom Street. Sugar and Spice. 10-4. The Chinese store. Old London. Tarsdale Ave. Wakeland Street. The Jeff Cooks, the Waddies, the Hineses, the Lewises, the Forrests, the Mitchells, the Bentons, the Mitchells, Radford, the Fletchers, Tank and Wayne and the family. The Millionaire Whore. Tony Hines. And his wife, my auntie, Cousin Jean, Cousin Honky, Cousin Booney, Cousin CJ. Rest in peace, Aunt Lee. Rest in peace, Aunt Bonnie. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Mick. Rest in peace, bro. Niggas take pings with diamond cluster rings. Living equal to kings, virgin of good things. And things bring vision to have more. Get this plane with matching rap for Jesus Garcia Vegas. Real nigga, fucking your name more. Surviving street wars. It's all about rocks. The skies of Rushmore. Father, that's cool. Poncho. Baby, Lord, do or die, bitch. Animosity make you dry snitch. I'm just pushing the round with cold factory dip columns. Caviar. Desert Eagles to bury y'all. Agents to try to lock me. Did it sloppy. Davy and Poppy. Hello world, I'm just here to make you think. This CEO Philly Trench's Hockey Raw coming at you live and direct with this bone exclusive video. Now I'm going to take you up Frankfort. You understand me? And that's my stomping grounds like Erie Avenue, North Philly, South Philly, Southwest, West Philly, Uptown, everywhere in Philly. That's why I'm called Philly Trenches. I can't just go in the neighborhood and say, oh, this is my neighborhood, and forget all the other neighborhoods that I belong to. It's unheard of, but it's the truth. Me and my twin brother was them type of boys, man. No matter where we went, we put our stamp down, we put our flag down, and it's love, family, all that. I'm going to take you up Frankfort. Now, Frankfort, when we first moved up there in 1983, we went up there like 1982 to visit our family. Moved up there by 1983. Now, when we moved up in 1983, New Edition had just came out. hip hop had just surfaced, breakdancing and all that. So we got up there when that jumped off. And while we got up there, we ran into all the young boys up there. All of them was athletic. All of them knew how to fight. They just was all around the board athletic. And if you wasn't from up Frankford, you would have never saw it unless you went up Frankford to the boys club and got in them basketball tournaments and played against them in football. You would never know this part of the city even exists. We was fortunate enough to move up there at 9 years old, and we got in where we fit in, and we came across family by going over our cousin CJ and Pitter house, my cousin Pumpkin and her husband Clifford. Right now, our family up there is different from our North Philly family and our Uptown family and our South Philly family. Now, and our West Philly family, because we have family everywhere. But at Frankford, everybody up there damn near related. And they got that family hospitality, and it's everybody owning businesses, so it's a Black Wall Street thing going on. But when we get up there, and we go up there one Sunday for dinner, before we move up there, I seen my cousin Eric Hines pushing a shopping cart. And he had somebody in it. It might have been his little brother. But he had two young boys in the shopping cart. And my cousin CJ, like, that's my cousin Eric. My cousin Eric Hines. See, at Frankford, they call you by your full name. Right? So when he said, that's my cousin Eric Hines, he got his own football team. I'm like, how this boy, 9, 8 years old, got his own football team? I'm talking about, he had 5-year-olds playing football for him, like 25 of them. And they was called the Wildcats. The football team. They was going different parts of the project and play other young boys. And they was really a team. And to this day, they still hang together. Them same 25 young boys that he had with him, to this day, they still hang together. They call themselves the Good Fellas. My cousin Pitter is one of them. Pitter is one of them. My cousin Jean. My cousin Eric Hines' brother Tone, Cal. And all of them that was his Wildcats, they all played on the 65s together and the 75s together, like with equipment on. So they've been friends damn near all their life. Now, once I saw this, I said, Dad, this boy's a leader. So next thing you know, him and Mikey started going to the same school because he got kicked out. Well, I think he got kicked out of Smetley. He got kicked out of Stern, went to Smetley. I graduated out of Stern. Mikey got kicked out of Stern and went to Smetley, and that's when him and Eric Hines and Vincent Cruz, they all was in the same class, and they became best friends. Allegedly, Eric Hines and Vincent Cruz became major drug lords in the city of Frankfurt because my twin brother taught him the game. Mikey was going down North Philly on the weekends with me, and we was in the streets like that, robbing people, going in the malls and all that. But Mikey gave them the game, how to get money. And after that, that made them turn up. A lot of people could tell you that when man Mikey was around, we was before our time. We was already in the streets when people was still, under their mom umbrella and their father, their parents. Man, Mikey was in them trenches, and people admired our style. So let me fast forward. So anyway, Mikey get a job working for our uncle Johnny Jeffcoat, which is Eric Hines' mom brother. Eric had the job first, working in the projects, 3rd floor. It was like 3 barbershops down there. Wayne Barbershop on Harrison and Tackawana. Johnny Jeffcoat's was in the projects. So, and it was another barbershop, but they mainly went to Johnny Jeffcoat and Wayne, just like everybody did. So Johnny Jeffcoat had a clientele where so he can pay a worker to walk people to the door, let them in, let them out, sweep their hair up after, sweep up after everything's done and all that. And he was getting a couple of hours a week, probably like 12, 13 hours. That's a lot of money back in 1983, 84 for a kid that's 10 years old, 11 years old. So when I got the job, the pay went up to 20 hours. I think I was 13, 14, but we still doing a lot of other shit, but 20 hours a lot back then because money was different. So, but Mikey, he boycotted, and it went up to 20 hours. So, but Eric gave Mike the job. Mike gave me the job because Mike went down there, was hustling, and I'm still playing football. You feel what I'm saying? Mikey playing football, but he running back and forth. So anyway, Eric gave Mike the job. Mike get him the game by going in the YMCA, robbing, going to people's lockers, taking them grown people shit, showing them how to do it, taught them how to hustle. They never looked back, and they got in the game now. Mind you, we all played football together coming up. His brother Germaine. And see, Germaine and Eric, they got the same dad. Their father used to have me and Mikey with them. Because we grew up in Frankfort around our family. So when they would go somewhere, we would go with them. Swimming, water ice eating contests, all type of shit we did together. So we grew up around them, and they moved out of Frankfort and moved up Erie Avenue. When they moved up to 5th and Erie, we moved to like Park Avenue Erie, right across from Eagles Bar, the first block you see across the street. That's Park Avenue Erie. We lived up there. When they moved up there, we only lived at Frankfort for a year. But we always went back up there every day. So it's like we never moved. But on our way up to Frankfort, we would go to Eric and them house, spend the night over their house and all that. So we grew up with them. And then me and Mikey started going to jail. And then they started going to jail. And they went to jail. It was like 22 of them. And they had some major fucking cases. Like all these robberies, all these convenience stores getting robbed, people being tied up and all that. It was a big ass case. Right? And I think before that happened, they was out there on the other side of the avenue on Grissom Street, had the buckshop. I come home in 92. They doing their thing. They doing a Wanutzi. So I'm coming home, but I got to be in the house by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I could come out at 7. I'm on house arrest. From doing the juvenile life bit, they let me out early, put me on house arrest. So I go down to Frankfort, get with Eric and his brother Germaine. They eating like a motherfucker. They looking out for me. Let me middleman some shit on the weight side of things. I'm serving my people up at Germantown on Worcester Street and down North Philly. So I'm making a little bit of money, but I ain't making the money they making. They happy to see me every day. I get to come out, chill with them, then go back in the crib. I made my little couple dollars. You know what I mean? So every day I'm doing this, but I'm not around them because they got the block. They doing good, but they happy to see that I'm home. So somehow they get locked up for all these fucking crazy cases, homicides, burglary, homelessness, all the shit they was getting, you know what I mean? Going to court, beating their situations and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm live. I'm gonna call you. You heard me?
Huh? Oh, okay.
I'm making a video. I'll call you back like in 5 minutes. All right, babe? All right. So look, so they making all this money. So they catch them cases. We all over Holmesburg together. It was all of them, man. I didn't know that, when I went to jail, they just heard they was getting a lot of money. I come home, they get money. I get locked up. Then they get locked up for all this crazy shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck happened? Now, mind you, everybody played football, right? Then everybody started selling drugs. When drugs first got up Frankfort, me and Mikey saw it because it was already in North Philly. But when they hit Frankfort, everybody that played football, they couldn't play football no more because of the weight. Well, it went up like far as the pound, how much you got to weigh and all that. They had exceeded it, so they started to sell drugs, and I was with them. They was the last team of the 120s. They couldn't play no more. Then I played on the last team of the 120s and won the championship. But I was on the 120s twice. The first time I was on there, everybody was on there. The next year they didn't play. I was like the only one, me and my cousin CJ, I think. But they started selling drugs. I'm selling drugs with them. I mean, it was like the summer of 87. I never forget, that's when I think that shit first hit Frankfort. And we up there selling powder and all that. And it was kind of strange going from still playing football. And my ex-football players is drug dealers now. And it's like, it just was different. But we still was friends. Even when we still going to junior high school and all that together and all that. Everybody still got their same composure. Because we all cool with each other. It's just that we turning up. Because, the reality is starting to change in the world. So when they get locked up, because fast forward, when they get locked up, I'm locked up over Camp Hill. And my cousin Germaine Baddest, Eric Hines' brother, was like, man, you about to go to that law library. I said, no, my lawyer got it on the pill. I had 3.5 to 10 years. It's like 1994 in September. We all at Camp Hill together. I'm happy to see them. They happy to see me. Now, before we all get locked up, my brother Mikey, the case on trial for the boy who did it to my brother, and they got the courtroom filled up. My cousin Eric and all of them, they on another floor. They come down there, and that shit even now. Yeah, I mean, that shit was about to go down, but, I'm glad my people was there, even though I ain't need them, but they showed so much love and support, man. That shit made me realize that, family will be there for you, man, when you really need them. Anyway, we locked up together, and he telling me, get on top of your case. He going in the law library every day up Camp Hill. And I'm looking like, I'm not going down there. My lawyer got that. Then we went to Code Township. We up there, me, his father, Ronald Fletcher. We all up there, Frankfort. So I come through the child lines with Southleigh, Frankfort, Erie Avenue, all the different neighborhoods serving the food. When I first come through, and everybody like, yo, tell me where you from. Ain't you from Frankfort? Ain't you from Erie Avenue? So I had to bust out laughing because I'm from all them places. But you know, like, I'm from Frankfort. You know what I mean? Because that's where I made my bones at. Like, really made my name for as football, started getting money. The Wolf Pack and all that started in Frankfort. The JBM, that all started in Frankfort. You know what I mean? My roots. You know what I mean? But born in North Philly. So even though we was in every neighborhood all the time, it's like we from them neighborhoods. You know what I mean? So they was all, you know what I mean? That was a big thing going through that child line. Everybody seen me. Then I worked in the kitchen. Then I was around them and everything. You know, so it was all love. But Germaine was like, I told you to go to the law library. So he wound up getting out of jail. I'm going to do a documentary on him and his father, because when he got out of jail and he was getting money again and all that, because he went to jail for some attempted murder and all that. So when he got out of jail and everything, kid still was alive. So when he got out of jail, he wound up getting another case. He was waiting on the bus stop at Bridge and Pratt. The police started harassing him. And next thing you know, the police get shot up or whatever, and or some shit like that, or about to get shot up, and they lock him up. And when they lock him up, put him in the feds, he get 30 years. But he was fighting the case for 3 years. He went all the way up in the mountains in the feds, but he knew the law from being in the state. He gave that shit back. He gave that 30 years back because they were supposed to give him a trial way before 3 years. That's how he gave it back, because they violated his right, because they really didn't have no case on him. And I don't know if he sued, but we're going to talk about all of that when, you know, he come back off his vacation. So when I went to that boxing event up Frankfort, and y'all seen motherfuckers. Y'all, it's a video that I made. I mean, y'all gonna see it. It's on Philly. No, it's on Street Trenches. No, it's on Trench City 215 or Trench World 215. They both my channels. So watch the video. You can see that my cousin